I accidentally built my most important career asset in my 20s, and I've been reaping the benefits ever since. And if lately you've been thinking, am I replaceable in the AI era? This episode is for you. We are in a world where AI can automate tasks, roles can disappear overnight, and a small handful of executives decide whether or not you have a job tomorrow. But there's one thing that will always travel with you, no matter what company logo you're representing on LinkedIn. Your professional, personal brand, your reputation, your relationships, the story people tell about you when you're not in the room. In this video, I'm going to share exactly how I went from an unknown newbie that had never held a job in tech to an in-demand employee and leader in the tech space with real career optionality. And my resume had nothing to do with it. In my 20s, I accidentally built a professional personal brand that made people think, I want her. And I want to share how you can do the same without starting a tech company the way I did. And in case we haven't met yet, hey, I'm Erica Pearson. Today, I'm a career and personal brand strategist for high potential women in tech and professional services. I get to help highly motivated women build trust and get chosen faster for the career opportunities that they want next. Dream jobs, consulting clients, new income opportunities. And I help them get there using my repeatable framework that I'm calling the Opportunity Magnet Method. It's rooted in trust-based psychology, strategic storytelling, and very targeted networking. My clients come to me when they are ready to get chosen for the work they're craving next. And they are ready to build the kind of professional, personal brand that makes them the obvious choice for the work that will light them up again. Today, I want to tell you my story because it's proof that an intentional, powerful personal brand can change your life and act as your ultimate career insurance policy in the AI era. Yes, in the AI era, your humanity is going to be the differentiator. So just to take you back, I grew up in the suburbs of Toronto in a very risk-averse household with high standards. My dad worked a high-pressure job in finance, and my mom, as a brilliant and often underestimated Portuguese immigrant, was the first in her family to attend university. She ended up leaving a finance career that she loved to raise me and my brother. Our home was filled with love, support, life lessons, and again, high standards. Entrepreneurship was never a conversation growing up. So naturally, I chose something safe and within my personal network. Out of university, I started my career in capital markets. It gave me the salary, the brand, the connections. It sounded impressive. And as a former varsity athlete, the trading floor energy certainly agreed with me. But a few years in, I remember sitting at my desk thinking, is this it? Is this really what I want? This was everything that I thought I wanted. Why does it feel so off? I wasn't afraid of hard work, but the thought of writing my CFA to help me get to the next level made my stomach sink. I wasn't willing to put in the work for that. And around that time, I kept reading about young entrepreneurs starting tech companies. It sounded so exciting. It sounded like the way of the future. And so instead of working towards my CFA, I started taking courses at BrainStation. Intro to web development, UX design. I was working on a clickable prototype for something that I wanted to bring into the world. As your classic millennial, I really valued travel and unique experiences. So I wanted to start a Pinterest meets bank account travel savings platform to help people get to their travel goals faster. I started with, truthfully, zero connections in the tech industry. No track record, no big name, no history of starting anything from scratch. What I did have was a crazy work ethic, curiosity, and a willingness to put myself in rooms where I was clearly not important at all, but ones where I could ask experts a ton of questions. I spent nights and weekends attending tech events, networking like my life depended on it, asking questions, learning from leaders at companies like LinkedIn, Salesforce, and Wealthsimple. And then I left my stable salary behind to give it a real shot. And slowly, something started to shift. I met a technical co-founder, I raised some money, I participated in early stage accelerators, and I landed my first few clients. On paper, I was just a new founder with a tiny startup. But in the tech ecosystem, I started becoming known as the young woman who was always there, curious, driven, taking action, willing to do the work and actually follow through. My title wasn't impressive yet, but my brand was starting to be. Over the next few years, I raised money and hired a team. I split my time between Toronto and Chicago. I signed clients across North America, and I lived the full build a startup roller coaster. And like so many high achievers, I learned the hard way what happens when you combine big goals, constant pressure, no boundaries, and wine as a coping strategy. So I pushed myself past healthy limits. My body and brain eventually said, we're done, and I landed in the hospital. But even that wasn't enough to stop me. I found Band-Aid solutions, I kept going, and then the pandemic hit. And our investor conversations evaporated, our client conversations disappeared, and I made the painful but necessary decision to wind the company down. I honestly sort of blacked out in the early days of the pandemic. No more company, no more money, no idea what I should do next. But then something really unexpected happened. As soon as I announced that I was winding the company down, my inbox, my network, brought me options. People from the tech ecosystem, founders, leaders, investors, hiring managers were reaching out with offers. Not because my resume said the right thing, but because of my personal brand, what they already knew me for. Leaders had watched me show up consistently and build relationships and communicate my goals and wins consistently and share the journey and deliver value in rooms that mattered. They trusted me, and no surprise, trust is what opens doors. So that was my first real lesson in career optionality. When you consistently show people who you are, what you stand for, and how you create value, you don't have to chase every opportunity. You don't have to spend weeks and weeks on job boards. Opportunities can start finding you even before you ask. And from there, I moved into roles in tech. Leadership roles in startups and scale-ups, an account executive role in a publicly traded software company. I landed jobs that were offered to me before the role was even posted as a result of my reputation and relationships, because people trusted me to deliver. Now, while I was working in software sales for a publicly traded company, I experienced something that so many of my clients feel right now. Great money, great team, great work-life balance, but eventually misalignment. In my scenario, the sales methodology that the company began to use shifted into something that felt very uncomfortable for me, and all of a sudden, the multiple six figures didn't feel worth it anymore. And because of my previous experiences, I knew something important. If your identity, your values, and your story aren't aligned with the work you're doing, no salary is ever going to feel like enough. Because in that chapter, I also became a mom. Motherhood sharpened my ambition and my clarity, and if I was going to live in a pay-for-performance world, I needed the performance to energize me. I wanted more alignment, more impact, and more control over my earning power. So I made another pivot. I started coaching high-achieving women, at first around mindset and sustainable success, burnout prevention, and what I found was fascinating. They weren't just asking, how do I feel better? How do I handle this better? They were asking, how do I get chosen for something better? How do I stay in demand in the future of work without burning out? How do I protect my earning power for myself and my family? How do I make sure I always have options? Over time, it became obvious. My real work was helping women build the personal brand and career strategy that had quietly been protecting me all along. That is how my current business was born. Career strategy and personal branding, mentorship, the opportunity magnet method, helping women become the obvious choice for the opportunities they want next. The strategies that allowed me to go from an unknown newbie in tech to a founder attracting aligned clients, to a startup and scale up leader, to working in software sales, to career and personal brand strategist for women in tech and business. The common thread here is that my personal brand is what gave me career optionality and earning confidence, even when everything else was changing. So if you are listening to this thinking, I want to get chosen for something better, jobs, clients, opportunities, you name it, this is exactly the work that I do with my clients today. If you are ready to start building a trusted professional personal brand without becoming a content creator, a professional personal brand that gives you more options inside and outside your current company, I'd love to talk. You can book a private call with me using the link in the description. We will map out where you are, where you want to go, and what your personal brand needs to look like to get you there. And if there is one takeaway that I want you to remember from my story, it's this. You do not have to settle in this lifetime. You do not have to do work that you've fallen out of love with for a paycheck. There are endless options out there, but you just have to learn to access them and position yourself as the obvious choice. It will take some effort, but you will be so glad you did it. You don't need a perfect resume. You don't need to create weekly content. You don't need to quit your job tomorrow, but you do need to stop leaving your career to chance. The women who thrive in this AI era are not just the most qualified. They are the ones who are visible, trusted, and top of mind when opportunities are being discussed. Your personal brand is not about becoming someone you're not. It's about turning the volume up on who you already are so the right people can see you, trust you, and choose you. You deserve optionality, you deserve earning power, and you deserve a career where you have real influence over what's next for you. If this video, this story, my story spoke to you, here's what you can do next. Take the free career clarity assessment on my website. It's under 5 minutes. It's free. You can see what's really standing between you and your next exciting opportunity and where your personal brand needs some attention first. Connect with me on LinkedIn, please, if we are not connected already. And as a business owner, I share weekly posts on personal branding, career strategy, optionality, and getting chosen for the work you want most without burning out or becoming someone you're not. Subscribe on YouTube, of course, for empowering and practical content on career strategy for the future of work. This is episode 1 in a full series on building a powerful personal brand in the AI era. If you want to stop waiting for secure careers and start designing your own career security, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next episodes. Thank you for being here and taking your career seriously and refusing to settle. I'm Erica. I am cheering you on always as you build a career where you are chosen for the work you want most. I will see you in the next episode.